All right. If you look at it in a very, let's say a bit clinical, a bit educative, a bit like how do you measure, or what you look at the real things that you benefit from, or I benefit from when you're doing such things, right? Especially when doing creative work. Okay, so the first stage to go to is really explorative. Going there, you're wondering where to go next, left or right, right? So all turn left, which is fair enough. Right? And what is that happening right now? That is, your visual and sensory awareness and thinking, right? Cognitive processing. Right? Connection and sorting, when you are, of course, when you are exploring also, you are also assessing the site, right? And all that. Collection and sorting, sensory integration, or this thing is good enough to stick to this thing, or this thing is not poisonous, or this thing is color-wise is okay. Visual, right? And sensory integration, cognitive processing. So much work into it. Creative work process, probably the most. Imagine your whole body. Motor skills, fine skills, my hand, my motor skills, very strong there. Yeah. What's motor skills? No, you contorting your body, cognitive, still thinking, sensory, visual, creative, everything. That's why you're very hungry right now. Very hungry right now. That's why people do art, painting, just even painting, 3 hours. You're very hungry right now. You feel like eating something here. So creative work under the big guys of the big umbrella of art is very important. So the perception of art has to be broadened here. It's not just making something beautiful. It is really creating, same as our early humans, same as our ancestors and my ancestors. Product, once you finish, does anyone don't feel happy here after that? Tell me. If you don't feel happy, then you're very, very special. You feel happy, you feel like, wow, okay, I did something. Imagine if you do the second round, like the group, Martin's group, did the second round, right? Something changed, something is different, right? So first time you do it, yes. Second time you want to challenge yourself to do it again, right? Imagine if you bring the students, this group of students out every time. I don't think they'll create the same thing. If they do, that means they'll just want to keep it safe. But I told the second group, remember I said, you want to do something more, or you want to just stick to what you want to do, right? Some people maybe, okay, it's okay, enough. That's fine enough too. But some people may, okay, I'll go and do another one. Or some people may expand the thing. So, it depends. Yeah? As a therapist, of course, I will always work with someone who is like very scared to do things, and I say, okay, let's try maybe do a few more things, so to open up the sense of challenging themselves and growing. That's the word. Okay, feeling good, sense of achievement, hormones release, because inside when you see something happy, the feel good hormones come out. And the last one is group work. Just, of course, due to time limit, I don't have time. I didn't have time for you to do individually. I'm sure you will also benefit from doing this. But group work is very important for students and anybody. They learn how to socialize. They learn not to fight. They learn how to resolve conflict. They learn when to take the lead and when not to take the lead. And then if, of course, if any of them cannot fit in the group, then there's a lot of working to do already, right? So, socialization, interaction, team building for, let's say, a swimming club. Let's say a group of people need to go for a relay, or a group of people need to complete expedition. This is one of the perfect ways. No cost. Did you spend any money out there just now? Any gardens by the bay? Free. Okay.
They didn't want us.
You fainted. You didn't spend any dime. Imagine that. Every time you do this thing, you don't have to get your company to buy materials. Everything is there. The sense of aesthetics, the sense of art is already there in nature. It's free of charge. That's what I've been doing with my kids, my kids and also the learning center. I have not ordered any painting yet, and the people, my supervisor, are wondering why. I don't need all this yet, of course. Okay. Of course, we may have gone through quite a bit of this already, right? What was going on in mind, the beginning, the process, and the completion. What do you think? The last question I think is very important because we did cover it. Is that how was it for you, your own personal way? How did you feel about nature? Mother Nature, or you call it what? You know, the green, the parks, or the island, or anything you name that this thing we live in. We need it, but yet we don't really need it so directly unless you're a farmer, right? Right? So how has it changed your understanding of nature? Right? Of course, today we didn't work with more, how do I say, more things that we really directly can see that we depend on. Like let's say a farmer, a rice farmer, right? We don't like say, oh, okay, how much of that rice wheat that we have, yeah, that to grow this amount of rice to supply the amount of rice to this country. Yeah, we don't have that experience today. But imagine that if in your own place that you have that space to create a garden or something to grow fruits, and that will be very powerful to help whichever guys are taking care of, to understand that that another level of nature, which is we depend on it for this, our fodder, our food, and not just creating art. Yeah, but art is one step, and the other step is to show that we depend on nature. But often as city dwellers, we eat a bowl of rice, and sometimes I do notice that people just eat half of the rice and leave the rest away. I mean, the thing is that let's say if I put this person in the island and then there's so scarce of quantity of food, do you think the person will packet the food along, or they will just leave it there? So how do we teach people the young especially to appreciate nature in that sense, not just about these fruits and all these beautiful things? Yeah. So that's one part. I'm sorry I digressed a bit. So.
But the rice actually next day and the rice, big fried rice.
So
use the rice, big fried rice.
No tapao, right? Just eat half.
No, the fresh.
Bye-bye.
Fresh you make not so nice. Next day not maybe.
Next day when you ferment a bit, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks for your wisdom. You must put egg, ham, and so on. Okay, so we've almost come to the end. I really applaud all of you all for coming to this workshop. It may not be something new for all of you all, or something that's familiar, but I think we still can learn about how what more can we do in this island over here. Yeah, because I'm just doing my kids and all that. Maybe if I have time, I can do more. Yeah, and any more things to share? Anyone like to share about anything? How you maybe we have time for 2%. Talk about what have you all learned? What have you all taken away from this workshop? 2%, anyway. Maybe let's choose one boy, one girl. Oh, one very few. Just to share, because I don't want to go. Thank you.
I take away a perspective. Another perspective. I think just now you mentioned during the walkthrough this part about planning and premeditated or spontaneous. So this personal observation was I think there was a lot of opportunity for spontaneous ideas and creation. So I thought about a perspective I got was in today's world when we work, I think we all work. So we're quite planning people. And then talk about spontaneous ideas, new ideas coming in a discussion in a brainstorming session. I think sometimes we may handle it quite stressfully as adults, as working adults, you know, the pressure of working alone. So this activity just gave a perspective to me to allow spontaneity, because when you allow that, then you see things get created. I don't think without spontaneity, those beautiful art will come out.
Thank you. So in that sense, again, the doing such thing could be addressed rehearsal to life, to work, and to family planning. So thank you.
我觉得是每个人 everyone can be artist.
Yeah.
I too believe that. So 很多大人都会说他们不会画画，是不会创作什么的。可是刚刚那个过程，就是每个人在创作的时候，像小孩子一样，就是很兴奋、很喜悦，在那个自然的过程。可是我觉得那个自然的环境，就是也带给我们很多，因为它的素材太多了，就是每一个植物都是那么独特，卷发的植物。其实可能就是它就是卷发植物，或长大嘴唇的叶子，就是有很多的想象力是你进到那个自然的环境里面，它就会给你很多的想法。所以我觉得第一个是觉得每个人都可以是艺术家，对，只要有好的方式 approach 可以带人到那个地方去，然后用一些方式就可以激发你心里的一些东西。所以这是我学到的，我看到很喜悦，就每个人在创作过程都像小孩子一样，眼睛都闪闪发光。
谢谢。Does everyone think that you guys have gone to that you have the childlike experience today? Right? So that is one thing to really also counter your stress work and all that kind of thing. And lastly, before I end off, please reflect upon the meaning of your works. The titles of Life Cycle, Life and Death, what else?
4 seasons.
4 seasons, and Happy Faces, right? Is it Welcome? Happy Faces. These are very childlike themes. And these are things that we forget sometimes. The wisdom of nature. Right? And the theme is quite similar here. Right? So, very important. Okay? Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you.